Alright, yo, what up? This is y'all shook up. Just gonna show a video of the art of blocking and how important blocking is. Yes, there is like dodge, rolling, and kiting. Maybe I'll do, some videos on that. This is featuring Juggy. Go give him a shout out. He is a legend. Juggy, you're the man. You know it. Appreciate you, brother. This isn't really about an X video. This is about how we get Zerg down and how we try to mitigate that damage while we're getting Zerg down, right? Because, you know, a lot of the times is you're just running in there fighting a bunch of people. And for some reason, they literally love Juggy. They are huge fans. But before we get into that, like I always say, I definitely appreciate you guys. I cannot thank you enough. Almost 2K subs. I can't appreciate you guys enough. So, with that said, let's get into this. So, what we got here, right, is a group of people. Now, it's very hard to, we already killed those two guys over there. We are pretty much at this point just trying to, kite these guys, not kite these guys, but get these guys to chase us. Now, me and Juggy together, we're going to slap you very hard. Like this guy, he doesn't stand a chance. He's gone, right? We know that. Now, they run into there. Obviously, we're trying to pull them out of there. Because, you don't really want to necessarily go in there and get pulled. That's the biggest thing. They got, a lot of these people are just trying to pull. So if you pay attention, right, we're going to fast forward this a little bit more because we'll fast forward it onto the chase. A lot of the times did this guy get bodied right? I believe he did. A lot of the times is that when you get chased, let's go a little bit forward. So we got these guys chasing us. You can see that I have to use my alt, right? So if we go back a little bit, we got a lot of these people. They're going to put a lot of pressure on. Now I start tap blocking, right? So it's very hard to see. It's very subtle, but I am blocking. That's why I'm losing stamina. I'm blocking and healing. So I'm like tap blocking and healing. And I realize that's not going to be enough. So I have to hit my shield wall, right? Hit that, get out of there, get some space, get out of there as fast as I can. Now, these guys are going to chase, but obviously they're not going to chase that far because they know better than that, and then now he's left. Juggy's going after him. Now, we're going to try to put this guy down for his, mistakes. And as you could tell, he's even blocking, right? So he dodges, he's blocking, he's trying to get to his friends, and that's okay because remember this guy, he will try to zerg you down, and that's what he's going to do, right? So we try to get out of here. We got a couple more guys. My stamina's kind of low, so I realize, okay, so we got some people. Let's see if we can get them. We can pull them over here. Now more start coming out. They're taking our keep. They're doing everything. They love Juggy, so they're gonna focus Juggy. So I realize, okay, these guys are gonna focus Juggy. This guy specifically, he really, really, really wants to focus Juggy. Which, keep in mind, now they start kind of focusing me. But keep in mind, remember that guy. Now I blocked right here, so I did a little block. I healed. That's how I was losing a lot of stamina. Now I realized, okay, I got a couple guys on me. I can pull them this way. So I'm like, okay, let me pull him. Now, I don't know, 1, 2, 3, 4. I mean, how many monsters do these people have, right? This is insane. I noticed, look at them all just chasing Juggy. I'm like, oh my God. So I'm like, I need to get over around this to go try to help him. That same guy is trying so hard to kill Juggy. He's willing to die for it, and he's about to pay the consequence of his actions. Juggy, boss, still alive, still going, trying everything. And by the way, Juggy's playing some crazy. I'm not sure what he's playing. Is like a Templar. This isn't his Warden build that he. This guy behind me, if Juggy was not trying, because Juggy was literally like he's trying out builds. He's kind of like doing what I do sometimes, kind of trying out different things. So he's trying to get used to it. And this guy right here, he would have paid the consequence already, but he's about to pay the consequence because of how much he's focusing Juggy. So he gets slapped. He's about to be off balance. Doesn't even realize what's about to happen. Gets hit again, right? And so here's the thing. Once he decided to not block, that's when he paid the consequence. See, he's got his health. Now he's dead. And if you can see, swapping right now. Boom. I'm on the back bar. I'm blocking. So I'm blocking very quickly. Now I try to roll out of that after I blocked. Didn't work. Pulled me in. So I'm at low stamina, right? I have no stamina. Somehow it literally doesn't make any sense that it wouldn't let me. And you can see I'm blocking. Look at that formation. I'm using everything I got to block. So I'm like, okay, now I hit shield wall. So now I got enough things. They focus Juggy. I'm out of there as quick as I can. But here's the thing. Once I hit shield wall, it isn't over. This guy's rounding the corner. He must know that I'm going to come around that corner. So he must be, he must have fought us before, because what we're essentially trying to do is separate him. But the importance of blocking and dodge rolling and all this, but I'm just trying to focus on blocking. So when I block, you have right here. So right about here, I'm taking damage. But watch, even though I kite, look at that block. Look at this block right here. Now, you could say, well, no damage is coming in, but that's not necessarily true. I'm taking a little damage, but I'm still blocking because I don't know if there's a Nightblade. And this is what I mean by the importance of blocking. You're preparing yourself for damage, right? You don't want to necessarily hold block. It's more like a tap. So I tap it. You got all these guys coming over here because I don't know which one's going to come out of stealth and just out of nowhere kill me, right? So I decide, okay, I need to get out of here. Now I have a pot, so I'm going, okay, I can still block a little bit. There I am. It's very hard to tell that I'm blocking, but I'm tapping block as this is happening to mitigate some of this damage, right? I'm healing and I'm tap blocking. And the animation is like not coming through. So as much as it seems like all I'm doing is healing, I'm also blocking. Like that's why I'm like running slow, because I'm healing and trying to block at the same time. Still blocking, using that. Now, you got a bunch of people here. So I need to get out of here as quick as possible. Give him a little roll, hit the pot, boom, Dion on him, bring out the sword because I want to charm these guys, right? And also block. So I hit this. Now, this is, I didn't see this rock, and I was a little frustrated right here because I could have probably killed one of these guys if it wasn't for this rock right here, because I would have been able to get around faster. But now I'm running into the thing. Now, once again, I'm blocking. Here's the block. I'm bashing this because, sometimes you're spamming it. It's not going off. They've got the performance and all that bullshit. So I'm blocking. Now I'm like, what is going on? There I am with the block again. I'm confused. Blocked again. It's very hard to see. Let's see if we can slow this down and 0.5 speed. So now look at bash, get hit, roll. I'm getting streaked. Block again right there. Tuck the shoulder, roll, get out of there, right? Then we can go to normal speed. Then, boom, they're charmed. Remember, I hit the charm on him. So whoever's in that area is charmed. This guy, he's lucky. He's so lucky that I just don't have enough stamina to put his ass down. So I have to run by him, right? And I'm getting hit. So I'm healing and I'm also tap blocking because you're not going to be able to sustain. Look at how much damage that is. So I realize I also have an ult. I'm blocking. I have an ult. I have decent resources. Because, a lot of people say, I even got this comment. He said, your build, I see you guys being able to tank so many people. How is that possible? I run the same build. It's not the build. It is the way I'm blocking and roll dodging and kiting. Maybe I'll do a separate thing on roll dodging, kiting. I could go block, roll dodge, and but we're just going to focus on master the art of blocking. So I block. I use my ult. Now I'm on. Now I'm like, okay, now these guys are chasing. Now I notice. I said, whoa. See, this is what makes you a little bit smarter PvP player too, is that I'm blocking, right? Homeboy's still here face down. He got killed a long time ago. You're all shook up. Put his ass down, right? RIP. GG's, brother, if you watch me. Appreciate you. But you got put down, and you're probably going to get bagged. can't promise you anything, but that's most likely what's going to happen. So you got these guys. Somebody came out the cuts and was ready to fight, right? So I'm thinking in my head, okay, I can go back around. Now you got all these people. He's over here. Call me, call me. He's about to kill me, right? So I say, okay, now I get some block. Look at that subtle block right there. That block was crucial. That block that I just did. So I run through here. I notice them. I say, oh, shit. And then when you really block, I'm blocking, still blocking. I'm holding block. Look at that right there. I'm holding block, breaking free, holding block, still tapping block while I heal. So the game is not showing you the animation of block, but that's what's occurring right now. So I'm like, okay, I need to get out of here. Boom. Okay. So I'm getting out of here. I'm going around the corner, right? I'm running out of stamina, using my stamina. I'm lightly tapping block just in case. You can't really tell. But now I'm just spamming Betty. Got to get Juggy. He's a goat. And make this guy pay for his consequences. Now that we're pretty much out of the cuts, I ditched him. I'm alive. I was able to survive, which, you know, not all fights. See, here's the thing. When you watch me live stream, you can see me X some people. But what a lot of people, how do I explain it? People should show when it doesn't necessarily go as planned and how they stayed alive in that situation. Now, I know that if you use Vampire and Streak, you probably don't need to do what I'm doing, right? If you just want to just get out, don't have to worry about nothing, just use Vamp, use Streak, you're gone. You know what I mean? You don't even have to worry about this. But I don't play that way. Not that it's a bad way. I don't prefer that kind of play style. I prefer more or less. I kind of like to build like a little bit more tankier, and then I like to kite people. That's one way of playing. I could always put a build together where I could show you if you use Vamp and Streak, you're gone. There's no one's going to catch you. So now we got Homeboy over here. He up. Someone got him, or he's back, or whatever the case may be. But that's a lot of damage. He dead, and now he's getting bagged. So my whole thing with this is that blocking in this game, dodge rolling in this game, and kiting in this game is what will keep you alive. Nothing else. Not no set, not nothing. You have to learn how to use your block, number one, right? Kiting, I would say kiting's actually number one. Blocking would be number two. But you have to see, here's the thing. I hate to say that there's a number one and number two on that. I want to say it's more you have to do all three at the same time. You have to kite, block, and dodge roll. So this is just the art of blocking. Maybe I'll show you guys some dodge rolling, kind of what timing I look at that, or maybe I'll even show you, or no, for sure I'm going to show you kiting and dodge rolling, or I could integrate one. But this was just a sample of when you get a lot of players, a lot of pressure, and you're not necessarily using Vamp and Shriek. Because I know a lot of people, sometimes they're not using those skills. If you want to be... Literally, you don't want to have to deal with a lot of stuff. Now, you still have to block while you streak. So that is also a thing. If you do not block while you streak into Vamp, you're going to die. That's the downside of that. You have to be real quick. Now, that's a different kind of play style, but you have to be very fast. And you know who's perfected that kind of stuff? E-Man, KOG, those guys right there. They perfected the art of blocking and streaking at the same time. So, that's a different kind of play style. I love that play style too, but I mostly play Warden, so I don't really necessarily use Streak because I've always been a Warden. But now I probably will make a build that utilizes that Streak, and then I can kind of show you guys how to block and Streak at the same time. So once again, I definitely appreciate you. I can't thank you guys enough. I mean, like I said, I really can't thank you guys enough. I really appreciate you. So, alrighty, guys, take it easy. Out.